Okay, hey everyone, we're back. I had this hit me last night, and I kind of want to share kind of like this revelation that I had regarding the beast and the different aspects of this head wound, and kind of what I'm seeing spiritually and symbolically here through the different events that have been playing out over the past few years. If you've seen my other videos, or if you've been kind of following anybody that's been discussing Trump as the beast of Revelation, the head wound may be better understood as like a judicial head wound or a political head wound. But in this case, we have all three. We have a physical head wound as well. Whether you believe it's a fake assassination attempt or not doesn't really matter. It's the spiritual, like uh, everything spiritually that's around it. So it's the fact that there were people that believe that this is a miraculous like event that happened, that he dodged a bullet and it should have hit him, but he moved his head at the right time. There were people that believed that when he fell to the ground that he died, and even if they were faking that and their testimony is untrue and they didn't think he died, they're perpetuating that, and people are definitely being deceived to believe that, and they're being moved by those testimonies. And so I'm not here to discuss whether this event was faked or real. It's the significant testimonies and deception that came out of it. It's the hysteria that came out of it. But the big picture here is going to be shown towards the end of this video. So I'm going to kind of rediscuss a tiny point that I made in my past video, but show it to you on a grander scale. So we're starting here with this, what we could consider a physical head wound. I'm not going to debate if it was really deadly or what. It's here nor there. There was this head wound, right? And it happened at the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th. The interesting thing is that Elon Musk decided to fully endorse him on July 13th, posting this famous video picture of that. So we have our number one suspect for Beast of the Earth, the false prophet, fully endorsing him on the day of his head wound, as if he's basically bringing life to the image of the beast on that day. Now, what's interesting, as I kind of touched on this before, is that Trump returns to Butler, PA, and as if it's a resurrection tour, like he's coming back to life and he's coming back to the place where he was shot or killed or suffered his deadly wound, right? So that's quote unquote. But like the media is making it seem like, yeah, he's got faithful followers, which he does, and using this terminology as to energize the flock, like he's some sort of shepherd, like a good shepherd, which we know he's not. But they're playing, they're playing in the headlines this kind of stuff. But we with the spiritual eyeglasses know that this is on purpose. They're not really lying, because he does have faithful followers, and they are energized when they follow him and go to his rallies. But what's more interesting is that we have Elon Musk, we have the false prophet, not only endorsing him on the day of his shooting, but he attends this revival rally with him. So Trump goes on this revival rally back at Butler, and that's when we see Elon Musk make his first appearance at this rally. And he's very awkward. He brings up his whole dark MAGA phrase, wearing his dark costume here with his dark MAGA hat. And so we see this full circle, like symbolic spiritual aspect of the false prophet bringing life back into the image of the beast here. So but what I wanted to touch on the bigger picture is, and I always thought this was weird, is that when Trump lost the election for 2020, he did not show up to the inauguration. He skipped out on passing the baton to Biden, and I kind of saw this as his political head wound. He died. He wasn't there. It was like a funeral almost. And his successor took over, and he was dead. He didn't go to the inauguration. We're talking symbolically and spiritually here. He didn't go to the inauguration. Because even if it was just because he, is just a prideful person and didn't believe he lost, it doesn't matter. But we're talking spiritually here. He skipped out and he didn't go. But now he's returning, and he's going to go back, and he's going to resurrect and be revived as president, as the eighth king, as this beast of Revelation. His political head wound is about to be revived again, and he's going to be resurrected. And I just want to kind of throw out this video called Belly of the Beast. I don't know if everyone's seen this before, but you can watch it on Vimeo. It does cost money to watch, but I've seen some free versions out on Rumble and stuff like that. So, but it is definitely worth the money. But this video goes into detail on how basically the Freemasons and ancient ways that they try to do this like resurrection of Nimrod or Apollyon, and getting him to resurrect into a future president, and that it's a whole ceremony that's done between the dome of the Capitol and the phallic symbol of the Washington Monument, how it's done in between these two Egyptian like type buildings or symbols. And it's actually a really good video to watch to really open your eyes. But I'm assuming here that what's going to happen at this next inauguration for Trump is that because he was dead and didn't show up to the inauguration for Biden, that he's going to, when he comes back to that Capitol building to be inaugurated, it's going to be like a spiritual resurrection for the beast. And so that's just something I was thinking about, how we're seeing this kind of play out with the whole head wound thing. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. As always, Yah bless and stay strong, and just spread the gospel, guys. Time is short.